Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm gonna be sharing with you all of my hidden gem beauty items that you likely haven't tried, heard, talked about online that you should try, that you should give a good go because they're so good. I mean, look what's on my nails right now. We're gonna talk about it. Let's dive on in and get to the goods. I hope you guys are having a good one. I will share with you. She is a little moody today and so is the weather, all right? I look outside and I'm like, is it 1 o'clock or 7 p.m.? Because Seattle right now is kind of like living in a time warp, a haziness of raindrops and gray. It is doing things to my personality and mood that I wish that it was not anyone else. We're gonna start with how I hush secret beauty tip prime my face with items that you likely have not heard of. This is a new brand I am trying out. This was sent to me in PR. I kind of was drawn to the navy blue. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know much about the brand. I started kind of playing with a body cream and I'm like, oh, this, it's working really well. And then I saw this and it was a different kind of a product that I could integrate into my actual makeup routine, not just skincare. And I have been loving this. This is a lid lifting treatment. Now, this is something that is clear. It is not a primer, so to speak. It has a clear, sticky, tacky texture. But when you put this on your eyelids, and you have to wait a minute for it to really sink in, like I was like kind of modeling it when I put it on. I'm like, look, you guys, it just smooths everything out. It just kind of irons your eyelids. If crinkly eyelids are a concern for you, if it is an issue, I mean, I don't want to feel like I'm there yet. And then part of me goes into the magnifying mirror and I'm like, oh man, we are there. Like I am there in the sense of I'm using the eye creams. I was never that into it before. I was like, oh, good genes. Thanks, mom. Like, don't really have a big issue with crow's feet or anything like that. Thank God. We got other things. But I am noticing that I want to care for my eyelids a little bit more, and you have to be careful when you are picking out an eye cream. You don't want to get all of those ingredients kind of gunking up your eye and causing an issue. They can be too heavy. Creams tend to travel. This is not greasy. This dries down to this tacky, sticky texture. I find that it smooths everything out. I'm in love with this. It's here to stay. Look, it matches my nails. I noticed that when I was shooting the insert and I'm like, oh, hey, how cute. Unimportant things with Tati. We have at least 5 of those each video. Okay, so this is a good one, a good one. And also while we are talking about the skin, this right here from Touch and Soul. Now this was literally like the lower shelf in the back of the store at Ulta. Purchased this one myself and I am impressed. This is a glassy skin balm. It looks like it says gassy. Let's ignore that. Or classy. Classy gassy. The only drawback that I would say with this particular product is the scent is a little overwhelming. So if you're someone that like does fragrance free, you will not like this. Do you see how thick it is? It is thick. A little goes a long way. It has a dry down that truly does give you this hydrated, not greasy. There is a difference between greasy and shiny. This doesn't have mica in it. It doesn't have any reflectors that I can tell that leave any form of iridescence on the skin. But what it does is it hydrates the skin. It does have a tacky, sticky, gripping texture, great for priming the face for makeup. And it just gives the skin this radiance without being oily or shiny, which makes me think this is incredible because that is the like, wow, if I could find a hydrating, illuminating primer that wasn't illuminating shiny, but wasn't slick and oily, like that would be amazing. And then I stumbled across this and it is so good, you guys. I think if you have combo to dry skin, you would love it. It just zhuzhes up the skin beautifully, makes the skin look so healthy. If you have oily skin, this is likely not gonna be a fit for you, but I wanted to let you guys know, hidden gem, sirens, bells, this is so good. Really like front center, might get married to my Tarte pore filling primer, like I like it that much. Okay, moving along, the nails. These nails make me wanna be a hand model or something. Like I just kind of want to go, ooh, these nails give me that feeling, that fresh manicure feeling where maybe it's just me, maybe just me, but when I get my nails done, I tend to hand people things like I'm like, check out my nails. Like you just use your nails like more like this. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? Do you notice doing that? And then when they start getting chipped, you actually like kind of hide them like here. I even do that with inserts. I will do inserts where I think my nails are looking so cute. You can tell like, ooh, she's having a cute nail moment. Okay. And then you'll see where I'm filming and like my nails might not be like so good. And like, I'll just give you like one, or I'll like hold it like this and like do down or something. I'm very aware of the nail situation. That being said, this is the perfect way to do your nails at home if you are unskilled with a bottle of polish, and or you don't want to go to the salon, and or you want to save some cash. I talked about this brand briefly in my holiday gift guide, which I will link below. They had a whole holiday set that I thought was really, really great, but I wanted to show off to you guys this set right here. Gorgeous, stunning, love it. And then the set that I just did today, I was not going to include this in the video, but it is such a beautiful set. It's one of my favorites that I've ever done from this line, so I thought I would give a shout out to that particular set. Also, I want to say while you can, because I believe this was just for holiday, Crimson Sparkle. This is the longest lasting set I have ever used from Dashing Diva. I had it on, I want to say over 2 weeks, and I could have kept going, and I thought about it because it still looked good. There was a little wear on the tips of my nails, and I was like, well, maybe, I don't know, like maybe I can bust out the file and kind of and get a little bit of that, you know, that wear down. But I was like, it's been a couple weeks. I'm ready to take them off and do a new color. But they were so long wearing. The glitters wear way longer than just the matte finish or glossy finish, in my opinion. And I think for Valentine's Day, or if you're in the mood for a glittery red, they're beautiful. So again, that shade was Crimson Sparkle. Moving right along into a little face powder. Now you guys, I recently purchased this myself off of Nordstrom.com, and I love this powder for a multitude of reasons. I love that this comes in a quad where you have many different colors. They have different shades that you can choose from. This is medium to warm, and I got the medium to warm specifically for the more bronzy shades. I've mentioned this in the past, products that aren't necessarily marketed as a bronzer, but are marketed as a pressed finishing powder can sometimes work out as beautiful bronzers, especially if you're looking for something with a little less pigment, a little more sheer, a little more velvety and matte, because typically these products have more of a matte finish than like the bling 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 that sometimes bronzers can have. I have to admit to you guys, I have had kind of a love-hate with the hyaluronic acid powders from By Terry. They are expensive. That's my big gripe. I like this more now versus before, where I am seeing some dry skin on my forehead even. And, you know, in California, I felt like I was outside and running around more, maybe working up a sweat more, and I was just a little bit more oily. And here in Washington, I'm just inside, it is colder, and my skin has changed just a little teeny tiny bit, where I am starting to enjoy products that are a little more hydrating, which is a shocker to me because in my teen years, I had full-blown cystic acne, very, very oily skin, and then it kind of turned oily to kind of combo, and then full combo, kind of depending on like where I was in my cycle, all of that, to now I'm approaching a season in my life where my skin's just a little bit drier and I have to adjust my makeup, and products that I used to love so much, I'm not necessarily super crazy about them anymore because my skin has changed. So all of that said, if you are someone with more dry skin or combo dry skin, I think you will really appreciate how smooth, how non-drying, and how beautiful these powders wear on the skin. They do not bulk up, they do not look chalky, they blend perfectly, and I just think they're phenomenal. So if you're in the mood to splurge on something that you could use to set the face and warm up the face, this is a great little number right here. I have something for anybody out there that has redness in the skin. Now, if you have redness just around the nose, if you have redness from rosacea, if you just have more red in your skin that you would like to tone down in general, I want to point out a product that is gorgeous, that is great for sensitive skin, because usually if you have redness in your skin, it tends to be the skin type that is more sensitive. So this is from Neutrogena. This is with niacinamide B3. This is the Clear Coverage Color Correcting Compact. This looks like, oh yikes, hello Grinch. What is that gonna look like on my face? This actually does go on clear. I demoed it for you guys. If you take it and like swatch it, you're gonna be like, absolutely no. But if you have those red tones that are kicked up in your skin, what you're gonna do is take any kind of a fluffier brush. You know, you don't want to go too crazy with it, and then you go on the face. It feels scarier than it needs to be, but this kind of a product can be such a helping hand for someone that does struggle with that issue and wants to calm it down. So I wanted to point it out. Neutrogena, go to the drugstore. This is available. It's such a hidden gem product, works well. The texture of the powder is really nice as well. And I just wanted to give it a little love and a little shout out. This one, my goodness, I love the presentation of this palette. It just makes me feel things. It's just like, it's just, I just love glitter. So the package speaks to me. This is for holiday, so this is something you want to grab. Now, this is a palette filled with neutrals. Beautiful neutrals that you could do smoky eye, everyday neutral, and you get some blingy shades in here as well. I am wearing this palette on the eyes today. Let's take a look at what I did. Little mini quick tutorial within this video. I used the shade Nice first with a MAC 224, and I blended just a little bit in the crease and above to give that backdrop type of a shadow. I then went into the shade OMW, on my way, super cute, and I focused on the outer portion of my eye. I did go in the crease back and forth, and then I did drag this on the lid, so I stayed in this shade quite a bit for this particular look today. I then went on the outer edge. I used a Scott Barnes brush, and I was able to just get an itty bitty bit laid on the very, very outer edge of my eye, just to add a little bit of depth with the shade Cozy. From there, I took my finger and I put on the shade Bubbly on the lid. Now, a few of the metallics in here have a thicker, more chunky consistency. I really like them. I think they're stunning. They almost feel like a cream. You might experience a little bit of fallout, so I will forewarn you of that. I then went on the lower lash line, and something that I really love doing that is kind of a little beauty hack for you guys is I took On My Way first, and then I took Cozy and only placed that, stamping it on the outer edge, kind of mimicking what I had on the eye in the crease on my actual lid. This will just give you that gradient where you have all of the dark shading on this outer edge and everything matches up to the lighter shade focused on the inner corner. It's just a nice look. And this was a really quick, easy, natural, but glamorous look. I really love LA Girl shadows. I have a bunch of their other plastic cased palettes, and honestly, for the price, the shadows are such great quality. They wear well, the metallics are beautiful, and it surprises me how much I love their palettes every time I reach for them. So huge shout out to their little holiday number right here. This one is called Holla Slay. Let's take a closer look. Top row, we have Bliss, Pink Please, Charm, Glitzy, Bashful, and RSVP. Middle row, we have Bubbly, Glowin', Nice, It Girl, Too Glam, Cozy. Bottom row, we have Joyful, Wishlist, OMW, Family, Wine Not, and Sultry. I was mentioning how much I love jewel toned eyeliners in my Beauty Secrets video, my most recent one. I will link that video below. If you are in a hurry and you just want to put on a little cream shadow, but you still want some definition around the eye, lining the waterline, kind of doing a tight line situation, can really get you far. I recommend black brown, but if you want to play with color, especially this time of year, I feel like smoking it out and doing something a little more mysterious, a little more festive, jewel toned is the way to go. Now, if during the summer months you like to play with pastels, that's your thing, totally go for it. But I just think these deeper shades right now fit the mood. And this set from MAUI is beautiful. I purchased this on Nordstrom.com. I hadn't seen MAUI products in a minute. I used to be such a big fan. They used to have a beautiful gondola at Ulta. I used so many of her products. Her primer was one of my favorites. Gosh, I spilled one of her primers on me in a video way back when. That was a bad day for me. But I've been using her products for so long and they are harder to find now. But I saw this and I didn't even think twice. I just added it to my cart and I'm so happy that I did because these liners are super budge proof, but they are creamy and they have depth and they are almost black, but with a kick of jewel tone, super flattering on the eye, easy to work with, easy to sharpen, and I just think they deserve more attention and more love. This kit, you get 5 of these liners in one, so if you're still looking for a makeup gift to give, or you're looking for something like this for yourself, that kit is on Nordstrom.com. I want to give a big shout out to an indie brand whose products I have mentioned, but I keep using all of the time. I just love them. I just do. So I'm wearing today lip gloss from Fawn. Now the reason I started kind of really going in with these glosses again, I've showed the shade 505 over on IG. This is a beautiful red. I love the shade Spicy, but what I'm wearing today is a Moment. And you guys, this is like the most nourishing lip gloss you will ever use. It will help your lips so much. I had a major malfunction moment. I was doing glycolic on my skin, nothing crazy. It wasn't even a treatment. It was just something that you only use a couple nights a week. And I got it on my lips. And let me tell you, the next morning, and I even was careful to kind of make sure it wasn't on there overnight, but it dried my mouth out so badly that I was just like, oh my gosh, I need every chapstick, every balm available. And this feels so nice. If your lips are chapped, it just feels satisfying. It feels buttery, a little slick of oil, which is nice and shiny, but you get that punch of color as well. And it doesn't bleed and it doesn't separate. And I just love this brand. So major shout out, hidden gem. If you have not heard of Fawn, you need to. I will link them below. Go check out the website. It's a really pretty website too. It gives you a really good look at the swatches, just pretty photography. And I have just not stopped reaching for these and I never see anyone talking about them, which is what this video is all about. So let's discover new things together. This is a higher end product that a lot of people know of this brand, but I don't see this brush being talked about. And it might be kind of a boring thing to be like, oh great, a brush. Why is that any different than anything else? But this brush right here, the Contour One from Patrick Ta, look at the shape of this. How gorgeous. It kind of is tapered in on the bottom, fluffs out a little more on the top. This is the perfect contour brush, literally, dare I say, makeup for dummies. This is kind of wow, get in your contour and you are just gonna stamp and you're done. The brush is really soft, so you could kind of go up a little bit, flick the color up. You can go really nicely on the jawline to sharpen out your jaw. Works really well for that. And even taking the excess and kind of doing that nose trick that I talk about all the time. This is a wonder brush, needs to be spoken of more. The shape is good, the quality is excellent, and just even the tapering of the size in every direction with how it gets wider up top, I really love. Setting sprays. I want to give a quick shout out that I have continued to use the Haileys Refresh. This is just a beautiful, unfragranced, great, kind of reminds me a little bit of MAC Fix Plus with the dry down. It gives you that bit of dewiness. I love it. Okay, and then I had meant to try this in my clean beauty try-on. I will link all corresponding videos below, but I did a full-blown wear test of everything marketed clean beauty. I went to Sephora and Ulta, have some drugstore stuff in there. I even have something from Whole Foods, so even the grocery store. But I just picked, a bunch of clean marketed products. Whole debate, that's why I'm doing this. But some of it worked, some of it did not. and I didn't get a chance to use this on camera, and I regret that because this seals your makeup in so beautifully. The spray on here, oh my gosh. Can we just like, again, right? Shake it up. Do you hear you have something in there to help shake this up? And then just wait for it. That is the kind of mist that I am talking about, okay? I love this. And it just doesn't burn your nose either. It's made in the US. Love that. It has great ingredients, great sprayer. It makes the makeup wear even better. It feels a little nurturing and hydrating to the face, but it's more of a lock you in setting spray, like legit setting spray. And I've been reaching for it a ton. This is from Lawless. Love it. Amazing, amazing setting mist. All right, there you go, you guys. I just wanted to share with you all hidden gems that are in my daily routine right now that I wanted to let you know about in case you hadn't heard of them. They're great. Huge thumbs up from me, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Like it, leave comments, make sure you are subscribed, and ring the bell. And thank you so, so much for hanging out with me. I love you guys all so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.